Chris, James talked to us about how he knew that you were going to have a big game in this game, and he was confident that you would bounce back. What do you think was the key to you being able to shake off the first game and do what you did tonight?
I didn't take off in the first game. I was out there, but
No, I didn't say take off. I said shake off.
I thought you said take off. I was like, that's killer. I don't know, just try to push the tempo, try to be aggressive. James hit me on the wing early in the game, and I think I passed up a shot, and he was like, shoot it. So getting into the lane, getting a couple easy ones early, I think helped us, and then defending. When we defend and we get out and transition, we're tough to stop.
Kim Davis from Chalk Talk. This is for both of you guys. We know that offensively you guys have weapons. Can you talk about what you're doing defensively and how that part of the game has been elevated and is a big difference?
Yeah, I just think defensively what we're doing is we're communicating better. When we're communicating, we know exactly where to be, we know exactly what to do, and everything else works for itself because once you're talking, once everybody knows what's going on, there's no way to make mistakes.
Adam Spillane from Sports Radio 610. For both of you, was there a point where it started to feel like the game had loosened up a little bit?
I think when we started getting stops, we always talk about getting consecutive stops, and the way we run out in transition and everybody get behind that three-point line. Obviously we didn't shoot it as well as we like to, but just the threat of it. When you pushing it, me, James, and us, and you got Trev, Tuck, EG, all these guys lining up that three-point line, we're tough.
Chris, it looked like you really heated up when you were exploiting their pick-and-roll defense, especially for their backup center, Bielitsa. Once you got to Bielitsa, you went right after him. Was it really key for you to just pile the stats once you saw he was guarding you?
He's not the backup center. It's usually big fella, Gordy James. Yeah. So we were just trying to get out and transition and try to confuse them a little bit, and if they switch, try to go at them. And then if not, a lot of times it's leaving Trevor and them guys open for threes.
For both of you guys, Chris, what's it like to have Trevor just keep going? He just plugs away. He's just always making a play, even when things weren't going great there in the first quarter and the second quarter. What's that like? And then Trevor, I want to know what it's like when Chris starts rolling.
Well, like we always talk about, I think a lot of guys on our team somewhat get overlooked, like Trev, Tuck, Luke, and those guys who compete and play hard and do the dirty work, the defense. But Trev is a pest on defense. You ask anybody around this league, and they know how hard he guards. You know what I mean? I came here because it was so easy for me when he guarded me. But everybody else, I'm probably the only person he don't guard like that. Yeah, so.
I don't know what he's talking about. No, but anyway, just him being here, we're here. He's here for a reason. Obviously James is an unbelievable player, but having a player here like Chris who is 24/7 basketball, everything basketball, encyclopedia pretty much. Just him being out here and competing every day just makes us all better and makes us want to go harder for each other. And him being here, he's not a person that you can't tell something. If he's not doing things that he normally does, he wants someone to, or people, or his teammates to let him know that he's not doing that. So we all just help each other and push each other to move forward.
Mark from Fox. But for both you guys, Chris, Trevor, what does it say about this team now that James can go 2 for 18 and you win by 20?
I wouldn't have known that till you told me that and looked at this. Like, we just hoop, you know what I mean? Like, we just hoop, and I don't know how many times that's going to happen, probably never again, you know what I mean? But for us, he going to keep going. He going to keep going, and you give him 18 shots next game, see what happens.
Yeah. To me, it's just what he did on the defensive end that was amazing. He really stepped up and, sat down on defense, and that's something that he's been working on all year. He's improved unbelievably, and him guarding the point guards for us has been
Right.
it's been great.
All right.
Trevor, you referenced the communication on defense earlier, but how much of that sometimes is just about hard work? I think that second quarter, that stretch in the second quarter defensively was just about hard work and just really grinding out defensive possessions.
Well, defense is all effort. It's all about effort and will, and with communication, it just becomes a little bit easier because the effort is always going to be there. If you always have effort, you always give yourself a chance, and that's what we stress every day. That's what we get on each other about every day. Just playing hard on the defensive end, and everything else will take care of itself.
Guys, this is for both. What do you think makes the Rockets so special? You demonstrated today that you can win a game, you can dominate a game even with Harden going 2 for 18. What makes you so special, guys?
Our communication. We talk about it, good or bad. We struggled early making shots, but I mean, you have to be around our team to really understand it. You know what I mean? Like, to see the camaraderie that we have in the locker room. Sometimes as a team, it doesn't translate to the court. Guys can get real sensitive at times, but we're all so close, and we understand the goal, and that is one game at a time. But, if I'm in the wrong, they're going to let me have it, and vice versa. We always there to pick each other up.
Chris, Mike was saying, you're up 2-0, but you obviously haven't played your best basketball yet in these playoffs. What mentality do you guys have to go to Minnesota, knowing that what that crowd's going to be like, and knowing you can't let up at all, especially in with what you want to accomplish in these playoffs?
I think we got a lot of veterans on our team, guys that have been in the playoffs times before. Trev has won a championship, so all we kept talking about in the locker room was, the saying, series doesn't start till somebody loses at home. So we did what we supposed to do. Now we got to try and go get greedy and get ready for Game 3, because everybody's always a lot more comfortable at home, as I'm sure they will be.
Thank you.
Thank you.